Collective, welcome, welcome. I'm Nikki, your local vegan tarotist. So we're going to read for the Cancer Collective, those with strong Cancer placements, you or your person, something that could be coming up in Cancer season, or somebody operating out of the Moon energy or the Chariot energy. All right, now when I was just setting up, I did like a gulp and it looked like that lizard neck thing. So somebody could be a conspiracy theorist here. Y'all know I don't think they're theories. I think they're just well, that tells you where I stand. Okay. I am a Cancer moon, so take that as you will and check on your Cancer people. Okay, somebody's health could be struggling. There is an attack on the feminine, which is represented as the divine celestial body of the moon, right? The masculine being the sun. So this is a masculine who's like checking on their feminine, checking in with them. Could be checking in with them like the Page of Swords. They could have eyes on them in the 3D, or they could be checking in with them on the astral plane. So feminines, you may be, you could be dealing with a masculine water sign, someone with Leo placements, or in that someone that sees you like a Leo, someone that's like the center of their solar system. I was gonna say the center of their universe. Masters of the Universe, Dolph Lundgren. We have the Hierophant and the King of Cups here. So that's Taurus energy. Somebody wants to get married. Whatever that means, right? They want the union. So the union, the marriage of twin flames is the union of twin flames can be in a courthouse, or it can be in the woods. It can be sitting in your living room or the dining room table and just saying, hey, are we doing this? So it gives me more of like the Two of Cups than the Lovers, just because the Lovers is more like more traditional leaning perhaps, which the Hierophant is more of a traditional energy. We'll get more into that, but I am getting more of like, this could be a very unconventional type of union in the 3D. Please bear with me. I am dealing with parasites. Again, Cancer placements are struggling right now, but we got it. The Hierophant, someone could have strong Taurus placements, and the King of Cups again. So we have the Three of Pentacles at the center here. The Three of Pentacles is confiding. I'm getting confiding in others. I also get that there could be feminine entities, dark feminine entities at play here that are trying to mess with your health, your wealth. These could be past lovers. These could be family members. These could be those frenemies, right? This is some sort of dark feminine energy possibly. And the answer for that is, all right, I'm getting the scene from Harry Potter. Is it the Order of the Phoenix? Where, excuse me, my chapstick, from a Crusty Crusts. The Order of the Phoenix, is that the one where Voldemort and Dumbledore fight? Where he's laying there and he's almost defeated. Harry Potter's almost defeated. You know, and Dumbledore has to back out. It's like the universe has to back out. Like, I gave you all the tools. You have to fight this battle on your own. This is your own, like, inner demon. They are linked, right? These are your own shadows. So this is like infiltration of dark thoughts, feelings of isolation. Do not listen to those, okay? Name out call out these demons, right? Call them out by name. If you know who their name is, if it's people in, if it's demonic entities working through human bodies, make sure that you are calling them out by name. I see you. You are not welcome here, okay? And remember to affirm that you are loved, that you are not alone, whether those are friends, family members, animals, right? Your familiars, or if you feel genuinely like a struggle in calling out any 3D beings that are on your side or have your back, which you're never alone, okay? You're never alone, all right? So confirm that in the comments, all right? So that anybody that does feel alone knows that if you're here listening to this, you're not alone, because there are other people listening to this, and we are all in this together, okay? Whether we know each other by name or not, it doesn't matter. These are your imaginary friends. Maybe you relied very heavily on imaginary friends, or had what others considered an overactive imagination. Cancerian energy is very much like that. They are the crab, right? They go within, and they're misunderstood. People think that they're moody. People think that but it's because they're so heavily influenced by the energy around them, being so sensitive and being so intuitive and connected with the moon, that they receive so much information and so much energy from others. They inherit it. It's like inherited energy. So this is like ancestral wounds. Like you could be someone who identifies as being like in an ancestral line of a coven, all right? And you maybe came from a dark coven, and you are here as the bringer of light. Because Voldemort made Harry Potter the one, right? His mother protected him, Lily, she protected him, and that love, but it was in the attempt to destroy that love that actually forged Harry Potter into being the chosen one, right? And the scene where he's laying there and he sees his friends, just thinking about it, every time I see it, I cry. Because this collective here has probably felt isolated, has probably felt in solitude a lot of their life. They had a very active imagination, introverted, right? Probably leaning toward antisocial, or people thought you were antisocial. No, you just were misunderstood. This love, this union is under attack, particularly for those in Cancerian energy, right? Particularly for the feminines, right? Which, of course, it's your person, your two halves of the same whole. So if your feminine is going through it, masculines, you're going through it as well, and vice versa. So we're going to pull for the feminine first. I kind of jumped ahead by pulling from the Van Gogh Tarot. Yeah, somebody's like struggling with inner demons here. The shadows are within them, like trying to tell them that they're not worthy of this union. It's a 2. So it's like somebody's trying to block. Somebody is casting some sort of words, gossip. Who cares? I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but really, just put on your celestial armor. All right, protect yourself. Yeah. Okay. Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is coming in with like almost like a 2 of Wands. And that's like using the magic that is cast against you as tools for moving forward. And this also reminds me of Harry Potter, where he grabs the sword, where he has to go into the sword, right? And who saves him? Ron, his best friend. So this person is your best friend. You have a friend around you. You have more than one friend around you. You are never alone. That's what these lower shadow entities want you to believe, okay? But you're never alone. Yeah, somebody feels like they're in solitary confinement. They're in this alone. You're not alone. Your person is with you. Your tribe is with you. Your covenant is with you. Somebody could have had like a strong, like, non-maternal but maternal figure. Could have been a grandmother, could have been an aunt, could have been a friend of the family, but it was like somebody had, if you had dark feminine energy as a child around you that was really trying to snuff out your light, you had some sort of light feminine energy around you that was like guiding you. Could have been a masculine, right? Could have been a man, but it was somebody that had the feminine energy of nurturing, a lot of water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's going on here? Okay, clear the fear. Thank you. Ooh, Four of Cups, pregnancy. This is the birth of something new. Could be a child, but counting coup, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is like, it can be the runner, but it's somebody who is like, feels like they're in it alone, like they're being attacked from all around, and they're on a white horse. So there's something pure about you. Giveaway dance, Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is not feeling like you don't have enough to give, possibly, or feeling like you never had reciprocation. Right? Six of Pentacles is balanced reciprocation. It's giving, it's receiving. And in reverse, it's telling you that you don't feel like you had this. With this Hierophant, you are in the 4D energy. I was going to say entity. You're in the 4D energy. 4G. That's like feeling like your bandwidth is very low. Like you don't have a good connection. Not enough bars, like your life bar. Someone could be a gamer, but it's like your life bar is down. You don't have enough connection. I mean, technology around you could be going a little cuckoo right now. And Mercury is not in retrograde, but that usually happens when Mercury is in retrograde, which tells me that there's a false magician here, because Mercury is the magician, and it's also the throat. Somebody is casting spells. Somebody is talking shit. At the very least, right? They call it spelling for a reason. So you don't have to be all ooga booga over a cauldron to be casting spells. If you're just like, ooh, I don't like that person, I hope that something bad happens to them, or I don't want them to succeed, in whatever way you say that or word that, those words have meaning. They do have power. They don't have that much power when you are armored by light, divine light, which you are. So keep reminding yourself of that. Chief of Shields. Yes. Shield yourself, King of Pentacles. This is a masculine who wants to shield you from this. They want to protect you from this. This is like a ride or die. Alright, let's read for the masculine, because this masculine is interesting. Because I'm getting a lot of femininity from this masculine side. This is a very nurturing, protective masculine who maybe is either shares or has some Cancerian placements with the feminine. They could be the one with the Cancer placements, or they share Cancer placements with the feminine. We're going to get these words out, okay? You are not going to stop me from talking, all right? There's a false magician, maybe several, that are at play here. And these are ones who will alchemize, they'll try to alchemize destruction, but you cannot create from what was never created, okay? Yeah. You can pretend, but all you can do is clone or imitate, mock, essentially. You can never create from what was never created. So non-divine entities were never created. Shadows are never created. That's why when you bring light to your shadows and you do shadow work, you transmute them once they're brought to light. When you bring a light to them, or when you call out the name of a demon during an exorcism or whatever, you disempower it immediately. You can't empower something that never had power of its own. It's a vampire. It's a parasite. It receives its power, what little power it has, from the light. Okay, we have the sun at the bottom here. Tell me about this masculine. Tell me about the masculine here. And this Cancerian energy. I'm getting like ooga booga, like someone's trying to intimidate or scare you. The moon. Thank you. Yes, this masculine has strong water placements. So they relate to the moon. They relate to the feminine energy. This is going to be a very powerful ally when it comes to protecting yourself from darkness. Or in the darkness, not from darkness, because the feminines are of the darkness. Yeah, it could be a Scorpio. We have a Death here, and Ace of Pentacles. Again. Yeah, this is like somebody who wants to offer healing, stability, security. I'm watching how Stella got her groove back. So there could be an age difference. This masculine could be younger. But it is like somebody wants to give you your groove back. All right, that's too many. That's too many. Ooh, this masculine was told that they were too much in past connections. And maybe because they felt too much. They were in that feminine energy. Other feminines that were in their toxic masculine energy were like, you're too much. Ooh, hollow. There's no such thing as too much muchness. Your muchness. Is that from Alice in Wonderland? My muchness. The Mad Hatter. I believe he's a Gemini. This is your true lover. Johnny Depp. Your muchness. This person wants you to be, I think both of you have held back on who you are. It's like, Ten of Pentacles. Shiny. And that is a crab in Moana. Yeah, shiny. You're like a shiny object. Your person sees you as being golden. It's not Neil Diamond, and I don't know why that's the only name that is coming to me. Because he sings Harvest Moon, right? I've been a miner for a heart of gold. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give. Okay, so I was thinking of Eat, Pray, Love. All right. Because Harvest Moon is when she's dancing on the rooftop with her, like she's releasing exes, she's forgiving herself, she's working through that, the shame and the guilt of having to release what isn't aligned. And it's not that anybody was necessarily at fault, it was just they were not compatible. All right, so somebody could have been married young and then went through a divorce. This could be like this could be somebody's second marriage or union, and maybe that's why you're going to do it differently. Maybe that's why it's not going to be a conventional marriage, because maybe you did that before. But I was thinking of that because we've got the Knight of Swords. So this is somebody coming in, and this Knight of Swords, like, look how fast this sword is coming in. This is very fast communication. Because this masculine, I feel, sees you struggling, Ace of Cups, and they're like, they want to remind you of the power that you hold, the feminine power that you hold, and the amount of love that you have to give. You can see the TV screen and the card there. Yeah, and so in Stella got her group back, she's, you know, like a workaholic, right? Somebody could have like strong Capricorn placements, the workaholics of the zodiac. Somebody could be very work focused in that cardinal energy. And that is kind of the tricky part about being a Cancer, is you feel everything, but you are cardinal, which means that's fire. So sometimes like things bubble over. And sometimes you are moving so quickly that you forget. You're actually a giant vessel of water. Ready to be, you know, your cup runneth over. You actually have tons of love to give. So people will mistake all of these emotions and what that really means about a person, about how beautiful that person is, that person has so much healing love. I'm getting like the blood and the bread. So like something about a communion with the white dove here and the little cross with the on the pentacle. There's something about like maybe turning like water into wine. Maybe somebody wants to like wine and dine you, take you out. Maybe they want to have some drinks, or if you don't drink, you know, 6 years sober here, so I don't relate to that, but you maybe could go to like a kava bar or go to get coffee or something, but I feel like it's not coffee. I feel like it's more like, this also kind of looks like a hookah pipe, like with the 4 cords coming off it. Not cords, but not pipes. Like, you know, the hookah, what the hell is that called? Anyway, there's usually like 4 or so, and then you can all, so somebody could be, because I feel like it's more of like a dark space. It's like a kava bar. It's maybe something like that where, you know, it's not, I feel like it's more evening, because this energy and this connection feels like it really flourishes and nourishes under the moonlight. We do have a full moon coming up on the 3rd of May. So maybe somebody has some strong Taurus placements or is dealing with a Taurus, but holla, we are in the season, and May is the month of May. Something in the month of May. I'm getting the name John and Johnny quite a bit here. John LaJoy. Somebody wants to just make you laugh. They want to see you cut loose. That's what it is. So whatever it is that's going to help you cut loose. Coffee is not really like a cut loose kind of thing, right? That's why I'm not really getting coffee that's also like in the morning. I'm getting more of like, they want to get you into a relaxed place, like maybe some tea, right? Or if you do drink, maybe they want to take you out for some drinks, and just like, they want to see you cut loose. They want to get you out of your tunnel vision, like Stella, like Liz in Eat, Pray, Love. They want you to just like, and in Eat, Pray, Love, she's like, this is my balance. This is how I get balance, you know, and Capricorn energy is represented by the 2 of Pentacles, which is about balance. But that's like juggling too many things. And just because you are focused on something does not necessarily mean that you are balanced, right? Because balance is not something that can be attained. It is something that is maintained. And it's an art of like doing this and moving with the flow and adjusting to the changes around you. If you have everything so hyper controlled, that's not balance, right? That's control, and that's an illusion anyway, so that's gonna blow up in your face. But at the end of Eat, Pray, Love, if you've never seen Eat, Pray, Love, I'm about to spoil it for you, but I'm just getting La traversiamo. He says it all fast, but she says it, La traversiamo, which is let's cross over. Somebody's like, let's go out. Somebody's gonna like roll up, swoop you up, and there it is, 2 of Cups. And there he is, the Emperor. So, yeah. See, I feel like they're handing them something. This is the masculine who wants to like cater to the feminine. You know, sometimes it looks like he's reaching for her cup, but here I feel like he's handing her the cup. Like, no, you keep your cup, I have my own. Because she's trying to give. Because this feminine feels like an overgiver. And there's a masculine who will set that boundary. Not just that they have their own boundaries and they respect everybody's boundaries around them. Everybody. This masculine respects the boundaries of everybody. In work, you know, their family, their friends. Like, this is a masculine because they have these strong feminine attributes and this understanding. They're like, no. The sun casts his light upon the moon, not to show off, but to honor the moon. To say, look, like, thank you for letting me shine my light on you. I don't know. That just came to me. So. But it's like, he's like, no, you keep your cup. Or you could be bringing her a cup, right? This feminine a cup. You could be like ordering drinks and bringing her the cup, you know? And this feminine is, it's like, sit down. You've done enough. You do enough. Like, you can just sit down. You can just chill out. I got you. And this is the rescue. The Six of Swords is communication. And there could be a child involved. We've got the feminine sitting here with the little child, and the masculine's like, see, they're doing the work. And I think that's going to be very unusual for this feminine. Let's go from the feminine again, because clear the fear. Because there was just anxiety in the first pull, and I want to get out of that energy. Wheel of Fortune, the World. These are some major arcana that I like to see. The Chariot. There it is. Oh, and the Empress is just hiding right behind that Chariot. And then what do we have? The Four of Wands. 1111. The Divine Union. The Unbreakable Vow. More Harry Potter references. Someone could have referred to their ex as Voldemort. Now, again, with that false magician, somebody could have presented an ex-partner, an ex-lover, could have presented with this feminine energy, but it was like foul and contorted. It was a mutation of it. It was like, it mirrored the feminine just enough to take the feminine down. This was a competitive person. This was someone who was did not want to see the feminine be successful or grow. This is a masculine. If they showed any sort of, if they did shine their light on this feminine, it was like, look at me, look how lucky this feminine is to get all my light. La, 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 la. They could have had some Leo placements. But there was it was all ego-based. Everything that they did, it was very showy. And out in public, they were probably like, everyone was probably like, oh my gosh, that feminine is so lucky. And the feminine was just like, I'm completely drained. Like, I have nothing to give this masculine. They've taken everything from me. And in this case, this is a masculine coming in with the Chariot. They're coming in heart center. Now they're like a steamroller. So I'm a steamroller, baby, and I'm rolling down the line. Could be military involved, but that's just a cadence. Major Pain, I don't know what his zodiac sign is, but okay, so maybe this is a masculine who is truly connected to the feminine, but as an emperor, they don't pursue anybody but the Empress, and they don't reveal their gooey center to anybody but the Empress. So other people might have mistaken this masculine. I do feel like there's misunderstandings on both ends with past people. And this masculine may have been perceived as misperceived or misinterpreted as being like cold, guarded, very stern, almost militant, right? Like if you think about Major Payne, he's very like, but he's actually quite sensitive underneath it, but it is really the girl. What is she in? Is she in The Fresh Prince? Who's the actress that's in Major Payne? The leading female. Anyway, I don't know, but he's like, it's like he doesn't really know how to act around her. So this masculine could be very much like that, but he's kind of, she brings out the softness in this masculine. But there's almost like a hardness that has developed in this feminine, or on this feminine I'm getting, because it feels superficial. It's not her truth. This feminine has this kind of hardness to her because of past experience and because of that overgiving, that overpouring, overinvesting. And it was never too much. It was just misdirected. It was just put in the wrong places. You were just pouring into broken cups. You may as well have just been pouring your water all over the floor. It probably would have done more good because it would have actually maybe watered some plants or something. But in this case, you were just like pouring it into someone else. You were just like the host. And yeah, and I do feel like there was a sense of saving face around other people. Like a brave face. Both of you are putting on a brave face for the world. But with this water energy, you're actually you are brave. It's not that you aren't brave, but you actually have quite a few insecurities or sensitivities that you live with. And you're going to be able to not only express and expose those, but they're going to be nurtured, and they're going to be valued, and they're going to be really the fundamental basis for why this connection works, lasts, stands the test of time, and inspires others to really dip into their own wealth. I was going to say wells, but wealth. So I hope there was something in here for you. And until next time, I wish you well.